So we're going to do 300 grams of caster sugar. And then can you go grab some butter, please? Yeah. No.
Hi, my name's Anna. Welcome to Anna HQ. This is Beth. We're going to show you how to make our caramelised pecan cupcakes today. It's a really simple sponge recipe that we're going to fill with salted caramel and top with a really delicious silky Italian meringue buttercream and topped with a caramelised pecan.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
This recipe is something we've used in the shop for years as a base for a lot of our cupcakes, and then it's more about the filling, isn't it?
Yeah.
We change the filling flavours and the buttercream flavours that go on the top.
So it's a really easy base, and it's almost like an all-in-one method that we whip up till it's nice and fluffy and then get it in the oven. So I'm going to start weighing all the ingredients into the bowl other than the butter, which we want to soften slightly.
So this butter has just come out of the fridge, so I'm going to cut it into smaller chunks. I want 200 grams of it. Put it in the microwave for, I don't know, 10-second burst. Don't over melt it, but we definitely want it to be soft and easy to combine.
I'm weighing some self-raising flour. You could sieve your flour in, but because we're just going to mix it all on a medium speed, it will take out any lumps of flour that you had in there anyway. Although we have self-raising flour in here, we're also going to put bicarb in, just to lift the volume of the cupcake. Half a teaspoon, and then our eggs are going to go in straight into the bowl.
Would you not crack them into a bowl first?
I wing it.
Wing it. We wing it here.
Great. So that's all the ingredients that we're going to put in there for now.
Do you want to see? Literally just in, all room temperature, ready to be mixed up.
I'm trying to find the hook. There it is. And then while this is mixing, do you mind weighing some milk for me?
Yes.
We're going to pour in afterwards. It's 40 grams of milk. My milk's in my fridge. So I'm going to start the mixer off on a very low speed, otherwise it'll come straight back out the bowl again.
We're using a paddle here, not a whisk. A paddle whisk is going to really incorporate the ingredients, but not whip it.
So in here, can you see the mix has just come together and it's made a sort of batter. So I'm going to turn the speed up, and we're going to do that for about 2 minutes. And this will change the colour completely. It'll go a really nice light colour. I'm just going to leave that. So this is looking a nice, much paler colour, and the texture's completely changed. It's much more fluid almost. And now we're going to pour the milk into that. So I'm going to pour the milk down the side of the bowl rather than into the paddle, or it'll come straight back out at you. Just want to trickle the milk in. As soon as it's combined, I would stop the mixer. Scrape the edges down.
So we use this ice cream scoop to make sure that we have got the perfect amount of batter in each of our cupcake cases. You can buy them in different sizes. We've just worked out that this one is the perfect one for us.
16.
Number 16?
Yeah.
16 what? We don't know, but number 16.
So it's not quite a flat scoop, but it's also not a heaped scoop. Can you see that's lipped over slightly? And that should get us a good amount of cake that reaches the top of the case.
It's also quite an effective way of doing it cleanly, although if Beth's making it, potentially not.
So rude.
Raph, could you set the oven for me, 155?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. There we go.
Great. Raph, is the oven empty?
Yes.
Brill. Hey, Becky. Thanks, Rafa. This is our very large oven. I'm going to put them in the centre there, close the door, and I'm just going to put a timer on as well. Great. We can go and do something else.
I need a set of scales. Do they look filth?
Sort of.
So we're going to do 300 grams of caster sugar. And then can you go grab some butter, please?
Yeah.
No. It's in front.
You carry on.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to put the water straight into the sugar. 50 grams of water into there, and then that's going to go on, and then I'm going to start melting this down while we get the rest of the ingredients. We're going to look for the caramel to go darker, and the darker your sugar base, the more bitter the caramel. So if you want a sweeter caramel, you would go
Slightly lighter.
slightly lighter. I like going darker.
Okay. We're not going to stir this, are we?
No.
We're just going to...
Let it melt down.
Stirring is bad. It creates crystallised sugar, which we don't want. Don't shake it too much.
It'll be fine.
What's my next job?
Can you weigh 65 grams of butter, please?
Does my butter need to be room temperature?
It doesn't really matter because it will just get shoved into the pan and melt down anyway. Oh no, I've run out. Someone's left an empty cream. It's very naughty behaviour. So we will take this to 109 degrees after it's all gone in, which makes quite a firm caramel. It's sort of coagulated and it's gone quite thick, like it's not liquid anymore.
So once the bubbles disappear, all the water has evaporated and we are left with sugar and caramel.
And that means that it's about to colour. The bubbles have gone smaller again. They got big and now they're small again. And that means it's getting even hotter.
So this looks like a sort of darker colour to me.
Yeah.
Would you be tempted to turn the temperature down?
You could pan it here and put your cream in, but we're not going to do that.
But we're not
because we want delicious caramel. I think about now is when I'm going to pour my cream in. Can you see the colour on that is nice and dark? And the cream will do that to me.
Okay. And the cream goes in all in one go?
All in one. So that cools it down immediately. So if I were to not put the cream in straight away at the colour, it would just keep cooking itself.
This is the stage to be a little bit more careful.
If I had a smaller pan that I knew was going to overflow, I would put it in a bit at a time.
Yeah.
And then the butter, and that's going to melt down. And then would you mind grabbing me a thermometer? They're in the bottom drawer under Lucia. So we want to take this to 109, which I sense might be close. So that hit 109 degrees, and then that's caramel.
So
And then at this stage, we can add a bit of salt to make it salty. You can use table salt, but flaky salt is so much more delicious.
so much better.
There you go, straight in. Oh, nice.
Can you add salt after if it's not salty enough?
Yeah, if you were to make something else with it, you could add salt to that thing. So if you were making a buttercream, you could add the salt into there, or you could just melt it back down again and whip the salt in after.
That's good to know.
So that's our caramel.
And then I suppose you can take it slightly darker,
Yeah.
slightly lighter, which will make a richer caramel or deeper tasting caramel.
If it was darker, you will get a thicker caramel, even after you pour the cream in, and you'll get a slightly runnier one for a lighter colour.
Rich caramel. Okay. So we've made our salted caramel here today. We're going to put the recipe below in the notes. Is it the notes? Give you our recipe, which we're going to put in the description below. We're going to let this cool before we do anything with it, but we are going to show you what you can do with it in our next video.
You know when street vendors sell
Ooh, like in New
toasted
York.
almonds? That's what this is.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go further than that. This is horrible.
It is horrible, but it's quite good that it's a big one.